Hey everybody, it's Kenny K here with a nice little movie called Night School from 1981, directed by Ken Hudges. Um, didn't write down the score, but he gets a 5.5 from me, right? Leonard Mann is one of the main guys in the movie. He plays Lieutenant Judge Austin. Rachel Ward, a a what's that called? Somebody. She plays a student, but one that comes from another country. I forgot the name. What that's called? Eleanor. Um, she's British. That's why she's. And then you've got Drew Snyder, Professor Vincent Millay. Now, for Leonard Mann, I didn't find anything notable. Most of his movies are Italian movies. Then you've got Rachel Ward. The only thing that I found is Against All Odds. And then Drew Snyder. Well, he has Commando with Schwarzenegger, Nixon, the Nixon Odyssey, from the portrayal of Nixon. And then he has, I can't read my own fucking writing. In any case, he's actually the star of the movie, Drew Snyder. Now, the story is about this night school where younger people still want to get their college degrees and they go to this night school. Now, a kill happens outside when everybody's gone by a this biker,
I'm afraid all the children
fully
have left.
lettered
Who was it
biker
you came
helmet
for?
black. He goes with he goes with a bicycle to do his killing and uses this like machete, but crooked machete, almost this African blade, tribal blade, and chops off the head. You don't see it. You don't see any of the chops. That's why um, it's not really a horror movie. It's more of a thriller with a few horrifying moments in there. Like you see when somebody's in the shower, you see the slices it gets and the blood against the wall, but you see the killer taking the hair of a head, but you don't see the face. The only graphic moment where you really see the face of a cut off um, victim is when the killer throws the head in the public aquarium. You see the turtles pecking on it. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Um, Now I'm thinking it's Lieutenant Austin, and then he has Sergeant Gus. These two are a, a fun couple. They're partners.
Bush. Ann Barron, she worked
Gus
as a
is
teacher's
an
aide
army
here.
guy, and then he always
When
says,
did it happen?
"Go
About
get
six
my
last
coffee."
night, I guess, right after school
It's like
closed.
just okay.
All
Sounds
right.
rude, but
I give up.
meanwhile it's doing
Where's the
this.
rest of her?
It's
This bitch you're
a
not gonna
really
believe.
tight bond between these two police officers because Lieutenant Judd was actually a Harvard graduate, so he could have done a lot more things than just being a police officer. He is a lieutenant, which is a fairly high rank, but still he has to do all the field work. He eventually goes. He Everything what's happening in this school is based to make it to make a clear point, Professor Millet is fucking everybody of his class. Oh, you're cute. I fuck you. You get better grades. Until one girl decides to go and because she doesn't feel comfortable anymore, goes to the dean.
Oh,
The dean
well, I'll tell you
fires
one
him.
thing. His teaching days in
The
this
dean
school are over.
says, "You wanna?
I am not going to
You wanna
allow that
sleep at my
Professor Millet to
place?
use this
Let's
college
go."
as a playground
Then
for his
the dean
sexual
fucks
exploits.
her. I mean, the dean is a lesbian, so she fucks her. Are there any girls in that school? I mean, it seems to be an all women school. I mean, they're all, there is a sex wolf in every corner, you know. I mean, come on. Eventually, Eleanor lives with uh, the professor Millet, and you see that they have a relationship. But like I said, he wants to keep it open. She wants a serious relationship. For
Front door
example,
was locked. I rang the bell.
at
didn't
some
you?
point in a coffee shop, she tells the professor she's pregnant, and he's like,
Sorry.
I'm pregnant, Vincent.
and immediately he starts to um, flirt with um the waitress, and she's already. Do you need to flirt with every woman you come across? So basically, she had to go, and her head belongs. And it gets in the stew that a few morning early hour workers, street workers, or whatever, um, want to eat. They get some beef stew, and the guy's like, "Can you next time a little bit less hair?" Whatever. Okay. Eventually, the lieutenant pieces things together. He knows that all these girls have a connection with the professor, and right after, because I don't understand why she killed the dean. Maybe because she fired the professor, but not for the sex part, because the other girl didn't want to have sex with Malay, and the dean, lesbian. Hello, so yeah, I thought, why? So Eleanor is the killer, by the way. Spoiler alert, but these older movies are always spoiler movies. Sorry that I didn't say that, but he, so she comes back, full attire, leather attire, and then the helmet. She puts it off. You can see it's Eleanor. She puts the blade down. Vincent says, I was worried. Who were you?" "Oh, I killed the dean and that girl." And he's like, "What? You?" "Yeah, and all the girls you've been flirting with." So, Vincent, "Don't flirt anymore." Booyah. Um Any case, the police comes and they know that they found a connection, and they want to interrogate them, and they're coming to get them, and eventually, because somebody saw them, somebody saw the black bike going in their house, and they're going there, and eventually Eleanor wants to, because he says they're gonna kill you. Eleanor goes out. She wants to go out with a blade. She takes the knife. And she says, "No, no, no! They're gonna kill you." You see the bicyclist, the the bicycle guy, the bicyclist, uh, you know, getting way full black attire again, black helmet. You see him evading the police. It's a little bit of a cat and mouse game. Eventually, they got him cornered, and he wants to jump over because he apparently has that skill to jump over cars. He wants to jump over the cars, but of course, the police start shooting at him. Lieutenant Judd is the first one, and he hits him like 2 times, flies over the police cars. It doesn't work, and he breaks his neck. They find out it's the professor, and then they're like, he looks like this, and Gus is like, yeah, we got him, Judd. You think so, Gus? You really think so? And then at the and that was a cool moment, but there's something with it that as if I was a lieutenant, wouldn't let pass. So she would, the funeral all in black. She steps away and goes home, and the lieutenant is waiting on the hood of his car, smoking a ciggy, and he says, "Listen, is the ritual done, Eleanor?" And she says, "Yes. I better hope. I hope, really hope so." So the guy knew Eleanor killed all these people. So the lieutenant just says, "Okay, you got a freebie." Freebie killed 5 people or something like that. Decapitations, I mind you. I mean, if she gets with another lover and the guy is a little bit flirty, she's gonna do it all over again. So that she's a menace to society, right? That's what I would do. I would say, hell no, Eleanor, I would find proof that she was a killer, not him, not the professor, who apparently was in love with her because he knew, she's pregnant. She, you know, he loved her, but he just needed some side pussy. But the thing is, he went to these tribals, these tribal men in Africa. They were fucking everybody. Oh, I've got a dick. You got a pussy. Here you go. But it's these were their, what's it called? Gift to the god. Let's fuck. Let's have. Then you get a baby. Gift to the god. New life. All that shit. He was there when they all did it. All these tribesmen. Anthropology, yeah. So the movie, for me, I like the mystery part. I always like cops investigating with a small hint of horror in there, like Wolfen, sort of the same movie about a police captain, a captain even that goes on the hunt for this killer, but they say it's wolves or an animal or whatever. Um, you got more of these sort of movies. Prom night maybe, but like these mystery movies, the who done it mystery movies. I like them, but a little bit more horror movies sprinkled in this movie, or a little bit more horror sprinkled in this movie would have been probably a 6 for me. So, like I said, I like the mystery. The acting is good, great. Uh, the only thing I didn't like was, like I said, he lets her go, knowing full well that she killed like 5 people or more. You don't know. She was an exchange student. That was the word I was looking for. Sorry, I had to say it. Um, and full knowing she's probably going back to Great Britain and kill some people there. I mean, he knows she, at some point, if you kill 5 people, you're fucked up. And the moment she has a new boyfriend, she's gonna get jealous, even by just a flirtatious remark to the fucking person that brings you coffee. Off with your head. Listen, right? And I didn't like that ending. I didn't like that ending. It was somewhat. It felt cool that he knew that there was a little twist at the end, that he knew it was her. But then, shouldn't you book her? I mean, she killed horrible 5 people, decapitate. I mean, anywho, that's the only nitpick I had. So give it a watch, subscribe, and for some more horror film, and everything is free. Free. So see you next time. Bye bye.